word. It's an old British idiom that means that a complex concept can be explained through a simple picture. So I picked that as the title of my talk because I'm going to talk about metaphor elicitation, which is a pictorial-based technique. And I'm doing this to hopefully increase the validity of the research that you do for your projects. The other title of my talk was going to be Garbage In, Garbage Out. And so the point is, if you get shitty research, you're going to have an outcome that is not optimized. So I'm here to try to prevent that. And so it's metaphor elicitation. Metaphor elicitation is based on science. So I'm going to give you some of the science behind it so that you can appreciate it and understand it. And what else do I want to say? I'm used to having my notes in front of me with a projector, but anyway. I'll just go on here. So let's start with you. I'm going to use you as kind of my subjects. So let's look at a optical illusion. You've probably seen this before, but indulge me. What is the color the arrow's pointing to on the top?
Brown.
Orange. And on the side?
Orange.
Okay, so if I put the barrier over it, you realize that they're the same color, right? Okay, and if I take the barrier away, the illusion comes back. Now, I'm using this optical illusion as a metaphor, if you would, for how people think. So if people have evolutionarily been designed over time to do vision, and people do vision from the morning to the night, and you've done it your whole life, yet I can show you this and then take away the illusion, and it's like you didn't learn anything. I just showed you that they were the same, but the illusion came back. So I'm using this to explain to you that people are not always in touch with why they do or they think a certain way. So the scientists, the gurus, and the behavioral scientists, anybody read Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow by Daniel Kahneman? He's the Nobel Prize winner of behavioral economics. Okay, great book, a little hard to read, but it makes a good point. 95% of decision making is unconscious. Well, that means you make decisions associatively, metaphorically, which is the topic tonight, and only 5% then is conscious, effortful decision making. Yet we go out as researchers and we ask people, what are you doing? What do you think? They give us answers. They're not trying to mislead us. They're not mean people. They're just not in touch with why they're really doing what they're doing. And only 5% is effortful. Now, I can ask you, how many of you have texted while driving? Okay, those of you who have texted while driving, did you consciously think, how much do I want to live today versus how much do I need to make this communication? I don't think so. You did it impulsively. You thought of someone and you just did it. Okay, so let's see. So I like to use another metaphor to show you about decision making. So when you ask people what they do or what they think, you're at the top of the iceberg. But underneath the iceberg is the things that you don't hear and you don't see. These are the things you need to find out. Okay? So they drive decision making. Okay? So you've got to get down into this realm. You've got to go below the surface to be able to understand people. Now, when you interview people or you talk to people, hopefully that's you, the little button or the little signpost. Hopefully you're getting them to talk. So what I want to share with you tonight is, I can get down that, and you can too, you can get down that to the bottom of that iceberg with long conversations and lots of probing. But most of us don't have the budget of time or money to spend a long time with every person that we're trying to do research on to get to that bottom level. So what I want to show you tonight is something that I use that is kind of like a shortcut, and that is the behavioral, is the metaphor elicitation that I titling my talk about. So let's take a look at it. So my use of the word metaphor is X equals Y. I didn't do that well in my English class. I know that's not the literary definition of metaphor, but that's the one that I'm using. And let's look at it. What are metaphors? It's how people talk. It's how people frame their experience in the world. There's a book out right now that's called The Secret Lives of Metaphor, written by a Harvard professor. And he postulates in his book, his name is James Gary, give him credit here, that people use metaphor 5 to 6 times a minute. Okay, now I'm going to share with you, which is really exciting. Research nerds like this kind of thing. I'm going to show you why metaphors are so important and why we're going to use them to shortcut your research to get down on that iceberg. Okay? So, metaphors are learned early in life, and they develop the circuits in your brain. So your brain, and I'm not a scientist, I read the science and apply it to my research. Those circuits are established metaphorically in your brain. So those are helps your decision making. Okay, this is actually the part that I think is so exciting. That you know that you experience the world, you experience it out in the world, your body touches things. You know it goes up to your mind, and your mind takes in the information. But what they're finding out now is that actually, I just said it backwards. Usually you think your mind tells your body what to do, and your body goes out and experiences the world. Well, it'd be nice if I'd said it right, but I have confusion. But what's really happening, or what does happen, is that when you experience the world, it goes up and builds the circuits in your mind. So let's take a look at this. You're a baby. Your mother's holding you in her arms. You learn connection. You learn warmth. So you say things like, well, she gave me a cold shoulder, right? These are the metaphors in your brain, and it goes across languages, so it's just not English. This goes through all the languages in the world. These metaphors are established. And let's look at another one. You're a baby, you're learning to walk. You're learning balance. So this is ingrained through your body, up into your brain, making these circuits work. So you experience balance. You might say, I felt really grounded after that yoga class. Or you might say, oh, I'm having a bad day at work. I'm feeling very off-kilter. Right? This is how we talk. Okay. So another one, I use the baby bottle to show the orientation metaphor. Up is more, down is less. Up is happy, down is not happy. Near and far, you can say, and then your orientation about, like, it's over my head. What you're saying about that is that it's out of your perceptual view. You can't understand it. It's over your head. Hopefully none of this is over your head. So now you believe me, hopefully, that metaphors are important. That, I think, is the point where I'm going to find out if you have questions. And then I'm going to show you how I use it in research, this kind of science. All right, so let's go on. Okay, strategy development for berkeleymusic.com. The target, students and prospects. The goal, to unearth the functional and the emotional benefits of berkeley.com. This is where you can go get a degree. Has anybody gotten a degree from berkeley.com? Okay, so this is musicians. So we want to talk to musicians. We want to find out, one, what does music really mean to them? The students, we want to find out what Berkeley has meant to them. And then the prospects, we want to find out what the image is. But I'm going to share with you the findings we got when it came to music. So I want you to be my participants here so that you know how I ask these questions. So first you got to frame your question. And the question we asked, let me see, was, I think it was what does music, let me just check. Yeah. I made it big print so I could remember to ask it. Think about music as a part of culture. Please select the one image that captures what makes music important. So that is how we frame the question. I'll say it again, because I'm going to show you some pictures, and you can pick an image, a little image. Each page has about 20 images. Just pick a little image if it resonates with you on this question. Think about music as a part of culture. Please select the one image that captures what makes music important. Okay, so I'm going to show you 10 slides. Each slide has about 20 pictures. If nothing resonates with you, fine, but hopefully there'll be a couple people in the room that something resonates. Last slide. It's my time. 6 minutes left. Okay, so here we go. Okay, well, I don't want to show you the findings yet. Okay, so did anything resonate with somebody about what makes music important? Please, somebody. Okay.
There was a picture of a woman working out at the beach. She was jogging at the beach.
Okay, and so, and why that image?
Because it's mainly when I listen to music.
It's when you listen to
Yeah.
music. Okay, anything else? That's good. Yeah.
This is half question and half response.
Yeah.
But question is, was it what makes music important to you? Like, what does music mean to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So my answer to that then, there were two that kind of popped out at me. One was the spider web, and the other one was sort of the cog and wheel.
Uh-huh.
And I used
Okay.
to study music, so that's probably why.
Okay. So let's look at the spider web. In what way does the spider web, for you, did it resonate with you, hopefully on a deep level, that's what you're going for.
Right.
What resonated with you on a deep level for music? Why the spider?
So I think for me, because the way I approached music and the way I studied it was, well, on my own, but also within groups. So there was a very networked type of thing. And when you're looking at music, you have to really dissect it, and it all makes sense when it's put together. So that was, I guess, the spider web one. And then the cog and wheel were sort of a similar thing.
Connected.
There's like a mechanism, and it is connected.
Okay, so
And it only works if it's all connected.
So, I mean, this is an example of what kind of things you can get at quickly. So let me show you what we found, and we did find that, and probably because you were a student of music, which we were interviewing here, that one of your things that you said, it came up in the study as well. Okay, so the big thing was the metaphor of force. And I'll show you the underlying metaphors that might be helpful to you as you go forward at the end. But this was the quote we got from the person about how they felt about music. Music inspired to me because it starts with my passion. When I'm down, I listen to a piece of music, or down. When I'm down, I listen to a piece of music, and it warms my soul. Okay, so force. Okay, let's look at this. And how was it interpreted? Music's important because of what it does, not what it is. So this came up, again, my target market was students and prospects. So they see it as transformative, which is an underlying metaphor. They say it inspires and it unites, which was kind of what we heard over here. And it unites. And these are the pictures. It doesn't really matter what picture. The pictures have no definite, pre-research meaning. It's what the person projects into it. Remember the inkblot test from Psychology 101? The Rorschach test? They show you an inkblot and they say, what do you see? Okay, so it's similar. Okay. And I think I'm running out of time here. Music inspires people to live a richer life. Music unites humanity through the beauty of sound. So this is what we ended up with. This is just one of the screenshots from the website. But you can see the energy, the force that's being portrayed here. And then if you read the words, it says, help us promote the power of music to change people's lives for the better. Okay, well, good thing I know how to read. But anyway, so the point is, when a student or a prospective student goes to the website and they see something like this, they see these words, they see the imagery, it connects with them on a very deep level, immediately, into the metaphor of force. So they identify immediately, this is a place for me. This is what, they really get me, they really understand me. Think about it in the work that you're doing. Think about your target markets. Don't talk to your friends, talk to the people you're designing for. Find out what really, motivates them. Am I done? 1 minute, okay. So let's look at another website. I didn't do the research on this, but what I like about looking at other websites and just putting them up is that if you know the science behind this, you can kind of tell what kind of research they did here. Okay, who can figure out what is the metaphor that they're dealing with here, that they're presenting here? What are they communicating? They're not communicating a hearing aid. They're not communicating a functional benefit that you're not going to see it, that your friends won't know you have it. What are they communicating at a core level here with that picture?
It looks like unity
and togetherness. Absolutely. That's the core that I was talking about earlier with Mother Holds a Baby. They're communicating something that all human beings need, connectedness. They're not selling the hearing aid. They're connecting at a very deep level somebody that can't hear sees this, it products for them. It resonates below the consciousness. And one last one that is pretty boring. I didn't do work on this either, but it's pretty obvious here. What is Prudential doing with their logo and their headline and the way they designed their website? With the solid bottom and the more ethereal top. What's Prudential doing?
Stability.
Stability. Yeah, grounded, stability comes across. So that's it. I hope that I inspired at least 3 of you here tonight to incorporate pictures in your research as a way to, I guess, what do you call it when you make like a cliff notes on a big book? A way to do it fast. So you're doing it in a very short time period. And so try it. Just collect a bunch of pictures. You can do this online. You can do this in person. You can do this, however you want. Thank you.
Catherine?
Okay, I'll be around afterwards.
All right, now, if you have any questions?
I think I lost everybody.
So our next
all right.
is going to be Clifton Dawson with Green Light
You
PR.
can, yeah, you can use
So let's give a hand to Clifton.
Yikes. Okay. All right.